Welcome to the world of the 1974 Eisenhower $1 coin with the Denver D Mint Mark, a piece of history loaded with secrets, value, and a tale that could change everything you thought you knew about everyday currency. Our journey begins in the turbulent early 1970s. The nation was healing after war, space exploration had just reached new heights, and the image of President Dwight D. Eisenhower, Supreme Commander of the Allied Forces during World War II, became the new face of America's largest circulating coin. Minted from 1971 to 1978, the Eisenhower dollar was a bold return to large-size dollar coins, the first issued since the peace dollar of 1935. But what really sets the 1974 Eisenhower dollar apart? Why does a coin, struck in great numbers, suddenly become a centerpiece in the annals of numismatic history, with one special variety reportedly surging to a jaw-dropping value of $1.1 million. Let's unravel the mystery, step by step. First, let's examine the coin itself. The obverse side is dominated by a stately profile of President Eisenhower, his image conveying strength and reassured leadership. The word liberty arcs across the top, with the date 1974 just beneath his chin. Look closely on the left, and you'll spot the iconic "In God We Trust." But it's precisely under the eagle's talons on the reverse, where America's might is symbolized by an eagle landing on the moon, that we find one tiny, crucial detail, the D Mink Mark, signifying the Denver Mint. In 1974, millions of Eisenhower dollars were indeed minted. Most were regular copper-nickel-clad coins, intended for circulation, while some special issues were struck in 40% silver and sold to collectors. But how can such an ordinary coin, one many assumed would become pocket change, suddenly be valued at $1.1 million? The answer lies hidden within the realms of numismatic anomalies, errors, varieties, and deeply rare prototypes. Let's dig into the next layer. During the Eisenhower dollar's circulation years, the U.S. Mint was experimenting with new compositions and manufacturing processes. It remains shrouded in whispers among numismatic circles that a small handful of 1974 Dwight D. Eisenhower dollars, bearing the Denver D Mint Mark, were accidentally struck in silver. Almost all were supposed to be composed of copper-nickel. These experimental pieces became the stuff of legend, as they were never officially released for public hands. Imagine being one of the exceedingly rare individuals to discover such a piece in a roll of coins, its silver sheen barely distinguishable from its more common copper-nickel cousins. These coins, if authenticated by experts, are said to demand astronomical sums at auction houses. Reports and rumors place their value as high as $1.1 million. For collectors, historians, and everyday Americans, the prospect alone is enough to send chills down the spine. But the story isn't just about accidental compositions. The 1974 Eisenhower dollar has many other secrets, from dramatic double dies to striking varieties in the coin's design. Under magnification, some coins reveal mysterious doubling on Eisenhower's profile or on the text. These micro-mistakes, unnoticed by the naked eye, can transform an everyday coin into a sought-after rarity. So how do you determine if you are among the lucky few possessing a $1 million coin? The first step is to know exactly where to look. Turn the coin over in your palm. That crucial D Mint Mark on the lower left beneath Eisenhower's neck identifies its Denver origin. Inspect its edge. If it glimmers with the weight and sheen of silver, not just the muted tone of cupronickel, you may be onto something. Every detail counts. The weight, the feel, extraordinary luster. These can be the subtle differences that separate a typical Eisenhower from an ultra-rare $1 million miracle. Expert authentication is essential. Respected grading services such as Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, and Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC, can examine and confirm your coin's metal composition, strike quality, and potential error types. Their verdict can mean the difference between a basic keepsake and a hidden fortune. But the intrigue doesn't end with metal and mint marks. The Eisenhower dollar has been witness to pivotal moments in American history. Minted at the height of Cold War tensions, with the depiction of the Apollo 11 moon landing on its reverse, it's a snapshot of both American leadership and achievement. Holding this coin is like holding a compressed chapter of American ambition, from victory in war to the triumph in space, all distilled into a single palm-sized artifact. Let's pause and consider the numbers. While tens of millions of 1974 Eisenhower dollars with the Denver Mint mark were produced, only a handful, possibly less than 5, are believed to exist in the rare silver composition. That infinitesimal fraction is the key to its spectacular value. Demand for such rare era coins has exploded as collectors around the world scramble to own a tangible piece of minting history. In 2021 and 2022, similar numismatic treasures stunned collectors with six-figure and even million-dollar sales at public auction, feeding the dreams of those sifting through old jars and bankrolls in hope. Yet, the Eisenhower dollar's mystique is about more than scarcity. In an era when digital transactions and cryptocurrencies dominate, these coins offer a tactile link to our past, a physical symbol of leadership, vision, and the American spirit. As fewer people use coins in daily life, the survivors of these rarities only grow more desirable, becoming objects of history and artistry in equal measure. So, what's the moral of this story? Dive into your collections, dust off those coin sets, search through inherited treasures, and examine your change closely. That unassuming Eisenhower dollar with the Denver D Mint mark might not just be a relic of the 1970s, it could unlock a life-changing windfall. Collectors, historians, and everyday treasure hunters all share something in common: the thrill of the search. The 1974 Eisenhower D dollar, with its mythic million-dollar status, stands as a beacon for what can be achieved with a dash of luck, a discerning eye, and a reverence for the silent witnesses of history. Every coin ever minted is a storyteller, and every hand it passes through becomes part of that story. Let's not forget the deeper lesson. Great stories, like rare coins, are hidden in plain sight. In a world obsessed with the new, sometimes the greatest treasures are found by revisiting the old, by asking questions others never considered, and chasing mysteries that others overlook. The Eisenhower dollar reminds us to stay curious, to peel back the layers of history, to keep searching for the remarkable in the mundane. You might be wondering, have any of these legendary 1974 Eisenhower D-minted dollars actually sold for $1.1 million? While the specifics of private sales are often shrouded in confidentiality, documented auctions have seen rare Eisenhower errors and prototypes fetch eye-watering sums, sometimes approaching the seven-figure mark. If you're fortunate enough to find one of these rarities yourself, you'd be joining an elite club, one where history, luck, and fortune collide in spectacular fashion. As we close this story, think of all the hands that have held the Eisenhower dollar before you, the veterans, astronauts, Americans of all walks of life. Every fold in its metal, every year of wear, adds to its narrative. Whether you're a seasoned collector or simply someone fascinated by hidden riches, the saga of the 1974 Eisenhower dollar is a testament to the enduring power of curiosity, history, and the pursuit of the remarkable. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into numismatic legend, if you're hungry to uncover more untold stories of rare treasures, and if you imagine yourself as the next lucky millionaire, be sure to subscribe to Profit Show. Here, every story has the potential to change lives. The greatest discoveries are yet to come. Don't just watch history, hold it in your hand. Your next fortune could be waiting in your own pocket change. Join the hunt, stay curious, and never underestimate the power of a single coin. Subscribe now, and let's make history together.